What's up, guys? Down with Life to the Fullest. Thank you so much for watching. But today I'm going to be starting a new series. It's like Nate and myself. You guys know Nate, but we were filming and there was so much content in this that I just had to put it into multiple videos. So this first one is going to be him sharing his testimony. It's very powerful, like how he met the Lord. I'll just let him share that. So let's get into it.
Yeah, so approximately, give or take, it's coming up on 6 years ago that I first encountered Jesus. Before this point, I was raised in a Christian home, very much knew the Bible inside and out. I could quote you scriptures from anywhere in the Bible about different theological topics, and if you wanted to debate, I would love to debate. And yet, in the midst of all of that, I was steeped up in pornography. I had very much devoted my life for man's approval, and in the process of that, really in particularly fell into a lot of sexual immorality. In the middle of it all, I was laying on my couch at 3 o'clock in the morning on the 2nd of February in 2012.
Wow.
And there I was laying on the couch. I wasn't thinking about God. I knew that I had kind of made a lot of bad decisions, but it wasn't in light of like, oh, and who God is. This is the reason I'm in this place now and why I needed all of this. I wasn't praying. I just kind of couldn't sleep. And while I couldn't sleep, I was sitting there and I suddenly felt the presence of the Lord enter the room. And while I grew up with the Bible and I knew, and I'd heard all these stories of other people encountering the Lord, for me, myself, I had never experienced any real type of encounter with Jesus. And I was very much steeped in religion, and it had burnt me out, and it had stripped me, and it had ultimately left me in shame. And in that place, I suddenly feel the presence of the Lord, and my shame rears its ugly head, and it basically makes me feel two things. One, that I'm not good enough to be in the room, and two, that I was angry for everything God had put me through in my life, all the different heartaches and pain. And in the middle of it all, I shout back to him. I wasn't quite shouting because it was 3 o'clock in the morning, but I said very strongly at night, and I'll never forget it, I just said, "What do you want from me?" And I just heard, I don't know if it was the audible voice of the Lord, or if it was just deep in the recesses of my heart. I just heard him speak back so clearly, first time I've ever heard the Lord, and he said, "I just want you." And when he spoke that to me, that began a lifelong journey of encountering first the voice that led me into the presence. And as long as I had the presence of the Lord, that's my sole desire. And it has led me through this long journey where there's highs and lows, valleys and hills and mountains. But in the midst of it all, my desire is to fulfill the first commandment. It's to love the Lord your God and to love him with all that I am. And when he first encountered me and he spoke those words of love so keenly, deep into the deep places of my heart, and not in the process of speaking those things, in the middle of speaking all those things, he spoke through every sin. It wasn't that he constantly wanted to look at my sin like I thought he had always wanted to do to show me that I wasn't enough. But he spoke through the sin to the deep places, and he showed me as a child, and he said, "I just want you." And as a father loves a child, I began to encounter the Lord for the first time. And I gave my life to him soon thereafter, and never looked back since.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I know it's really touched me, but you guys can expect more of these kind of videos in the next upcoming month or so. But if you guys have any questions, please remember to leave a comment down below. I really appreciate it, and I want to connect with you guys and just know what you're thinking. And yeah, just say hi. So love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day. God bless. That's fantastic. Question that I have, and maybe some of you guys have, is like, what is presence? You said you described it like as a feeling.